We're live now. We're all set up for the recap here. Go ahead, Kris.
Okay. So, last time after Myrtle learned some upsetting things about how she came to live in the city of Upperduke, the group took a chance after that to try to unwind as best they could, get some food and some drink, and clean themselves up at Camaruth Cottage after having quite a long day traveling from Pearlbow Respite, battling some drow, going into a burning building, and then waiting around for a long time to have their meeting. In the night, Zilch had an odd dream where it seemed that Ayun, the knowing mistress, gave him a vision of some lizard folk working like drones to uncover some sort of underground temple. The next morning, the group divided the profits from their escort mission and discussed what to do next. Perhaps taking on the task of finding Myrtle's missing mother. Nug left to take a meeting with Marshal Ishmara, where he was offered a slightly different position than his current one in the Righteous Brand. Where we'll probably pick up is right before Nug left for that meeting, just so you guys can plan what you want to do, where you want to meet up, and then we'll assume Nug leaves off for that, and you can go from there. You're still in the Camaruth Cottage, probably having finished up some breakfast with getting some odd looks from the other patrons. What would you guys like to do while you're there at breakfast?
I would like to eat breakfast.
What kind of breakfast is on the table?
They're taking orders. It's not a buffet or anything like that. They're very happy to prepare you whatever you would like, probably within reason, but I guess we'll find out how that goes. Yes, we have an excellent chef. We can bring you whatever it is you're looking for. Do you have any favorite foods?
I was maybe. Have you ever seen those really fluffy pancakes? Like those fluffy pancakes that are so fluffy that they're like bigger than your head? Could I have a stack of like 10 of? Can they make those for me? Like 10 of them.
Pancakes can certainly be done. Would anyone else like pancakes?
Do you have,
are they free?
They're included with your stay here. Yes, just like your drinks.
Then yes,
your dinner
I
last
will
night.
have what she's having. Thank you.
Could we have them with strawberries and whipped cream too? Like the fluffiest, everything fluffy.
I like the way she thinks.
Absolutely, that can easily be provided. Pancakes for everyone then.
Meat.
No,
eggs
for
as well.
for myself, I would like to. Do you have any goat? I would like some goat, like a stew or with some eggs.
In the morning.
She turns around and looks behind her, seeing no one that can help her. Very similar to what happened the last night when someone tried to order something a little bit out of the blue. This is a different waitress, a different elfin girl. She looks to some higher authority to ask about it and says, we don't normally do goat at breakfast. I can ask in the kitchen.
It is fine. Just some breakfast sausage and some eggs is fine for me.
Absolutely, that can easily be arranged.
Same here.
Sausage and eggs, some pancakes, and for you,
Fluffy ones.
Fluffy ones, of course. And she looks at you, Elidyr. What can I get for you?
I'll pancakes is good, I guess.
Pancakes, okay. So 2 pancakes, and 2 sausage and eggs. We'll also say that Zilch, after meeting up with you guys and dividing out the money and making a plan, has said, I've got some research to do, so just go down to the Tangles. That's where all these shops you're looking for are going to be. I'll meet up with you later tonight.
And
Heard
that's
to
what
pick up the wrong music or sounds in the background. My bad.
and that's where the zoo is it not?
Yeah, it's down between the Tangles and the Mosaic Ward. Bunch of artsy, fartsy kind of people down there.
Seriously,
Perfect.
that impression is just uncanny.
Yeah. Zilch, if you wouldn't mind, while you are at your massive library that you nicely have a lot of.
Are you hitting on him?
You have
was just gonna
No, I am not hitting on him. Could you please see if you can find a book on animals of Wildemount? It might be helpful if I could see pictures.
You want me to read you a bedtime story? He takes a puff of his smoke and walks out.
Look, they're the best friends.
Well, maybe he will get it. We'll
They
see.
get to share a hotel room from now on.
I don't like asking for things. Okay.
And share
I
their
was a
library.
little nervous. I apologize.
He's gone. He just
That's
took a drag off his smoke and he put it out probably on some random plate on the way out. Somebody had left their plates after they had finished their meal, and he just put out the cigarette on their plate as he walked out. And you see him just as
I
he's
figured-
leaving the front door. He's still just in your view, and you see him pulling out another one and lighting another smoke as he walks out the door.
I figured he would have put it in my coffee and then walked away.
So is like nobody gonna point out how fucking rude that is?
Zilch is himself. He has taken a
feel
lot
like-
of abuse from us over the last little bit, so
Pretty much status
Uh,
quo.
status
People
quo for
don't
him, yeah.
like us enough, apparently.
Well, okay.
That sounds like a them problem to me.
I don't know about you, but I really like to be liked. It makes me uncomfortable when people. I mean, like, not that I haven't dealt with that my entire life, but like, I don't like. It makes me uncomfortable not being liked. I will literally do anything. Anything.
Well, the more good things we do for these towns, the more we will be liked, no matter what we look like or how we act. So, if we can continue on our journeys here, then we should be okay. Which would be to our next point. Myrtle, I think it is time for us to have a talk about trying to find your mother.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
Do we?
Go ahead.
Does Grib? You had some information about like where she might be. There was like lizard folk or something, or
I feel like I gave all that information already.
So you'll remember, Grimdor, that you were given some basic information, but that if you guys were going to take on the mission, then you could go back to see Master Tversky, and she would give you more detailed info on where to find where Catherine was supposed to be.
So picture all of that done in my voice.
can we not do this without her? I don't want anything to do with that lady.
She is your grandmother, and like I said before, I believe her means did, help the end for everyone.
She erased
would
the
not-
memory of a 5-year-old. Me.
I'm just saying to maybe put yourself in someone like her's position, but I don't see it as it was right. I'm just saying that you should look at it from all sides.
And
She-
if it matters, I will speak to her.
She made me forget my mom. I grew up thinking that I was unloved and unwanted.
You
Well,
are
I
not.
I don't
your
really
boss.
understand how I can see the other side of that.
That's fair. I get it.
And so at this point, your breakfasts arrive.
Fluffy!
The Probably to Sven and definitely to Nug. The portions aren't probably as large as you would have liked, but the bacon and eggs the sausage and eggs are well cooked. The sausages are extremely fluffy, almost maybe too fluffy. The pancakes you had at the inn at the crossroads had that they were fluffy on the inside, but they had that nice brown outside with just a touch of crisp to it that just really balanced really well. These ones they're all fluff, and they're
Okay,
great.
so-
They're good, but you've had better.
Are they like, those like Japanese pancakes that are like wobbly because they're so fluffy and they're about as thick as a book?
They're not quite like that, but they're pretty darn close.
Fluffy. How big is the stack? Did I get like 10 pancakes? Is it bigger than my body?
There was not 10 on there. There was like 5.
Is
It's
it?
still a lot of pancakes. Like, you're gonna have trouble eating the 5. They're big pancakes.
I don't know. I mean, like, remember that big giant turkey leg?
This is true. More could be ordered, I'm sure.
Excuse me, waitress. Ma'am. Was it a waitress
Yes.
or was it the
Yes.
cook?
Yeah, it was. There's a waitress there. Yeah, she brought them out. Yes, is everything fine with your breakfast?
Everything is delightful. But I wonder if my friends and I could have some bread.
Bread, of course. There's a bakery nearby that we get fresh bread from every morning. I can definitely bring you some.
You want
Thank
a
you.
pancake? It's just like the same thing, but fluffier.
No, thank you. I would prefer some bread.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And,
I'm gonna I bury my face in the pancakes, like taking a big bite out of just like the stack without actually cutting into it or anything. And then I have like a spoonful of like a mixture of like half and half strawberries and whipped cream. And I just like bite into the pancakes and then stuff my face with strawberry and whipped cream and then just continue that process.
Okay, so she comes back with a nice nice oval loaf of bread. The first piece has been cut off, so the end is cut open there, and there's a little dish of butter along with it as well.
Thank you. Is there more for my friends? I probably could eat this on my own.
Yes, I can.
I don't mean
more
to be
bread.
rude.
I-
my god, you're that guy at restaurants.
Of course, yes. More bread for the table.
Thank you.
And she goes and she gets you another loaf. Doesn't cut the end off of this one.
Sort of like an Olive Garden.
Is the bread
And-
Yeah,
complimentary?
pretty
Can I
much.
get, like 10 more loaves of that, please? Oh no, I couldn't order. I'm full.
As she leaves, I'm putting the bread into my satchel.
I assumed that you were.
Are you wrapping it in the cloth?
Oh,
napkin
100%.
too?
100%.
Yeah.
Those people that have Tupperware in their purses
Oh.
when they go to all you can eat things.
That's so good.
That is Grimdor. Yeah, perfect. So
Grimdor's our grandma.
That is like my new favorite window into your personality.
Oh man.
Hey, listen, this is everything's free here, so
okay, so you've had your breakfast. You need to head out for that meeting pretty soon here. I don't know if you guys want to arrange something.
I mean,
not-
we're going shopping, aren't we? I mean, we're going shopping.
I
What?
would like to
Pardon?
go shopping after maybe the zoo, but the zoo is definitely a high priority for me right now. You can-
wait,
maybe
Nug's going
you
for
can chew the food first.
point
and then
of
swallow it,
clarification.
and then talk to us.
Nug's going to a meeting? I thought he already did his meeting.
No.
Well, yeah, we kind of jumped ahead to make sure that we could get it in there, but this is kind of in the morning, first thing before Nug heads out to that. So if you want to
yeah.
arrange to
This is a
meet up at
precursor
the
to our
zoo or something like that, then that would be fine.
Yes, I have some things I need to do. So for me, I will meet with you. Where would you like to meet?
Actually, Nug, are you going? You're not. You're just going by yourself, are you not?
Yeah, I have a feeling I won't be very long, so I can meet you guys.
Okay, that is fine. Then I would like to go to the zoo before we go and go shopping, but I don't have a whole lot I need to get.
Okay, so do you want to say maybe in a couple of hours you can all meet down at the zoo down here?
Sounds good.
That sounds great.
Okay, so I've got that. So right now, just to clarify where everything is, you guys are right here. This is Cameru's cottage, right there in the Shimmer Ward. The zoo is right down here. You were given directions by Zilch. Zilch is going to be right here at the Cobalt Soul Archive, and your meeting is up in this area, Nug.
All right.
But you could all, certainly we could say in a couple of hours, meet up right here at the zoo.
Sounds great.
Okay,
But-
and so you do.
Before
go
we
ahead.
leave, can I get some more pancakes?
Yes, and she, starting to get a little confused at where you guys are putting all of this food, does her job at, I mean, it's not coming out of her pocket, so she goes in and puts in the order and gets some more food for you guys.
I smother them with strawberries and whipped cream, and then as we're heading out the door, I'm literally just carrying the plate of pancakes outside.
Okay, so you guys start to head down. You work your way through this beautiful neighborhood in the Shimmer Ward, where it's a nice it's the equivalent of a Friday morning. Things are bustling. You see gardeners working on the finely manicured lawns of some beautiful houses. There are some shops, but it is mostly residential around where you are. And you work your way out, and there is a gate to come in and out of the Shimmer Ward, right at the very south of it. That's, as far as you know, the only way in and out of the Shimmer Ward. And as you're walking through, presumably down just the middle of the street, there's some guards there that give you a bit of a look as you're walking out. They don't say anything to you. One of them goes into to a little guard booth, and somebody comes out with him. Looks like maybe a higher-ranking City Watch guard, and they watch you, but they don't say anything to you.
Do you want some pancakes?
He kind of scowls.
I don't think they are too interested in your pancakes, unfortunately.
I don't know why. They're fucking delicious.
Well, if you did take a look around, it looks like we might be the outsiders here. A lot of these people have quite a lot of money from what I can see, and we look like a group of homeless people, so...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Although
You're not
everything
used
is
to
freshly
that?
laundered. Well, I mean, I am, yes. But I don't know. I just figured you might not be. You lived in a place with a bunch of gnomes, so you looked very similar to all of them.
Wow, that was very generalist of you.
Well, I just...
You think
was a
you think
city of
all
gnomes.
gnomes look the same?
Wow. Wow.
I think that's a trap, and I'm not going to answer that question.
So you guys make your way down through the Shimmer Ward. This is more of a residential part of the city, middle class area. As you start getting a little bit further south, you can start to see parts of the Mosaic Ward where it is not a poor area, but it's a little more bohemian, I would say. The buildings are brightly colored and not at all matching. You'll see a bright green next to a bright blue, next to a bright red, and so on. And there are shops of all over the place. The people that you start to see are you're getting a little bit more diversity in who you're seeing. You start to maybe see a few more some half-orcs and people that are a little bit different. There's even you see a tiefling Whereas up in the Shimmer Ward, you saw humans, elves, and halflings, and that was pretty much it. The odd gnome, but that's it, and maybe a dwarf or two. Down here, it's a little more evened out as far as the races go. And you start. You start to go a little bit further, and you can see that there are probably some shops, but it would be out of your way to head up there. That would be up to the north a little bit, but you go on and you make your way over to the bottom of a park. Looks like there's an entrance down towards the southern end. It's not a zoo per se, but it is a park. And as you kind of get to the entrance, and there isn't a ticket taker or anything. It's an open park, but there are some cages all along the outside with some animals on display. And as you guys wait around just a few minutes, Nug does show up from his meeting, and the time is yours. You all meet up, and what do you want to do?
Am I meeting with them now? Or because I had some stuff I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you could have been doing this the whole time as well. Do you want to tell me what you want to do on the way down there?
Yeah, I want to. Well, I assumed I've left them and went my own way and said I was going to meet them up.
Sure. Yep.
I want to see if I can buy some chainmail.
That would be.
We're going.
That would be up in the
You
shops
wanna
pretty
go
far. Yeah, that would be in the shops up further north.
Okay, so.
Yeah, we're going shopping after the zoo.
Okay, then I missed that. My bad. Then I would like to find post office.
Yeah, and that's easily done. There's one right near the gates of the Shimmer Ward. It's right on the outside of the gates, right here, right below the R in the map there. That would be a post office, and you actually recognize as you come up to it, it has the same signage as the post office that you used in Nogvarot. It seems to be the same company running this courier.
Okay, then I would go there privately and hopefully no one notices what I'm doing and send some money somewhere.
Yep,
Secretly?
no problem. Yep.
Cool. Then I will just take out the money from my thing right now. I'm gonna.
Do I see him leave?
Well, I thought that you guys had left the cottage on your own, and I said I was going on my own.
Yeah, so you probably hung
you
back
stayed
and
behind,
you probably
okay.
hung back until they left and then left afterwards in order.
Yeah,
to make
if there
sure.
was any
Yeah.
more bread, let me know because I probably would have taken that too.
Yep, there was. You got the last of the bread. And in fact, you notice in the dining room on your way out that there's some bread on that table over there that some other people were sitting at.
Oh, I'm
Are you
100%
that guy?
putting that in the purse.
Okay.
And I am going to send 20 platinum home.
Okay.
Okay. And how much? Wait, how much bread did I get?
Let's say in total you were probably able to get 2 full loaves and
Make it easy.
half
Just
a
keep
half a
it-
loaf as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, I
2 and
don't
a
know
half
if
loaves.
This will do. This
2.5.
doesn't let me do halves. I'm making it 4. Shush. No
Just
one will
round
know.
it up to 3.
Yeah, sorry, because I already had one. Or is that all together? That's with the one I.
That's
already
all
took.
together. That's all together.
Okay. Sweet.
Plus probably some extra pancakes and leftover sausage.
I wouldn't
and
put those in my
anything like
satchel.
that you wanted, you could take.
I am
Oh,
not a.
so you're just about the
heathen.
free bread.
Yeah.
I'm not a heathen.
Hello, bread. Bread keeps when you're adventuring. All right. I'm a thinker. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. If I understood that we were all going to meet up and then go shopping, then I will.
Okay.
Yeah, you could have just easily hung back and done that, and only been a couple of minutes behind them.
Cool. Then we retcon that in.
Yeah, because I'm guessing they're kind of dawdling, taking in the city, where you're probably more on a mission, just kind of doing what you got to do and then get to the next spot.
I'm on a mission. Got the enemy wishing.
I'm just picturing like walking through that bohemian-style neighborhood. Myrtle is just making the noises of like those little alien squeaky toys in Toy Story, where they're like, ooh, yeah, that.
I love it.
So, as you guys get to the zoo, Grimdor shows up just a few minutes behind you, 10, 15 minutes behind. And then very shortly after that, Nug shows up, and you see him looking a little bit different than he looked when he left.
What's he look like?
Did you shave?
What do you look like, Nug?
I look like Nug, but wearing kind of beat up plate armor.
You
Instead
had
of
a
the
beard before,
chainmail that I was wearing
definitely.
before.
Yeah, he
No?
had previously been wearing Righteous Brand chainmail armor, but now you see
And a
him.
stupid helmet.
And I say you see him, but first you hear him. Clank, clank,
Yeah.
clank, as Nug comes up wearing this busted ass plate mail armor. It's kind of bronze in color. It's got some dents and scratches on it, but as far as you can tell, it looks functional enough.
Oh, friend, where did you get that fine plate?
I can see this being an issue in the future.
Let's just say I got it from a friend.
Does your friend have
Yeah.
more? I am in need.
No.
Wink, wink, nug, nug.
Is nobody going to
Does-
talk about that? How that
Does your-
kind of sounds like he killed somebody for it?
Does your friend like you? Because that seems like a bit of a downgrade from your previous armor.
Oh, it's definitely not. But no, it was free, so yeah, it's worth it. It was kind of a trade.
Well, I need some chainmail myself. That's probably all I
got
can
to
afford.
trade. I got to trade not being a righteous brand soldier for plate mail, so it was perfect.
Oh,
I guess that works. For if
I
that
don't
works for you,
understand. Is
then
that a good
perfect.
trade?
It's a great trade.
Okay. Well, you know what? Whatever makes you happy. Just, I'm going to stay at least 60 feet from you for all time. At all times.
That's probably smart.
Yeah, we don't need another pike.
I have 20 AC now, by the way, everyone, which is pretty nice.
Oh, that's delightful.
I'm super tanky now. Well, more tanky.
I hope somebody knows Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, tell me about it.
yeah. Well, because I'm
Let me
getting
take a look at
chainmail,
my spell
so it's gonna be the two of us being the loudest SOB.
Oh yeah. Well, you're
Again,
because you're going to be wearing chainmail, so we're both going to
60
be at
feet
disadvantage.
At
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
times.
All right,
Very,
so
very
you
sneaky.
So what's up with the animals here? What do they look like? What kind of animals are there? Are there any particularly mean, scary looking ones?
so
that was going
what
to be my question. I was hoping to find some different animals here.
So what you see as you're kind of at the entrance to this park is it's pretty long. There's a couple of trees in the middle. It's a big, wide open space in the middle where you see some people just kind of hanging out. There's maybe some families sitting there while their kids run around, and then along either side you can see rows of some cages off along the left-hand side and along the right-hand side. And then down at the very far end, you can see kind of a larger structure. It looks to be maybe a very large cage. Now, most of them are ones that you can see through. They're just bars. The one at the far end looks like it's made mostly of stone with some barred windows in there. It's pretty far down, so it's hard to tell what's going on down there.
Do the windows sing songs? Because they're barred windows.
Wow.
I'll be here all night.
Somebody block him.
But you are in
I
the.
attack Grim.
You guys are in the middle, and there's cages along the left-hand side and along the right-hand side, and they stretch down. This is a long park. It's probably 100, 150, maybe 200 feet long, and then not quite as wide as that.
I want to start walking from cage to cage, see what kind of animals are in there.
Okay,
That's
do you
what I
want to
would be doing
start
as well.
along the left-hand side or the right-hand side?
Left always.
Oh, that's how you know the DM's got a map.
So you walk up to the first cage, and there's somebody standing there. It's a kind of a young guy. You see him kind of weaving back and forth, looking in, and there's it's set up. There's a bit of a pond inside this one. A lot of vegetation. All of them have a lot of vegetation in the cages. And you walk up, and he's kind of poking his head around, trying to look, but it kind of looks like maybe he can't see whatever is supposed to be in there.
I take one of my pancakes and I just stick my arm through the bars with the pancakes and just like wave it around.
I don't think that's a good idea, depending on what's in there.
Hello!
You are going to
I
lose
got
your
a
arm.
pancake for you.
I grab her by the shirt and I pull her backwards because I don't want
Okay.
her arm to get eaten.
And you guys, now that you're up close, you can see that there is a little plaque on the cage, and it says that there's a giant toad inside, and there's some little factoids about giant toads.
And we can't see it inside?
It's make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm probably like wandering around just looking for things. Oh, what?
I'm also looking for the toad. Could I make a check
Yeah,
for that?
absolutely. Anybody
Okay.
who's gonna kind of look through those bars
That
and
is not
try to see it.
Damn it. D&D Beyond is rolling in D&D Beyond again.
DBO.
Oh, you got it.
DBO, guys.
You gotta click the green
Yeah,
one.
turn those dice off. Yeah.
I got a 9.
A 9. Yeah, you're looking in, and you kind of. It's funny. You're almost in unison with the young guy who's kind of weaving back and forth, looking. You're weaving back and forth too, and you can't see it. But Elidyr, you kind of poke your head in and say, "Oh, there it is." And after Elidyr points it out, you can kind of see just the top of its like its eyes and its nose are sticking out of the water, and there's a big palm leaf blocking most of the rest of it. And you can see that it's mostly underwater, but there is a pretty big. It looks like exactly what it says on the tin. It's a giant toad.
Fed, why don't you
Oh,
want anybody
that
to
is-
have pancakes?
Fascinating. Well, no,
Is it
you
just-
can throw the pancakes in there, but you cannot stick your arm in. That's toad. Look, do you know what a toad does to its food? Do you think about this?
I mean, it
What
puts
does it
it in
do?
its mouth.
It throws its tongue very far and it grabs something and it pulls it back into its mouth.
Okay, just
That
for
could happen
reference
to
here,
you. You are very tiny.
do the bars, are they wide enough for me to fit through?
I'm thinking the bars are
Um,
fucking wide. That's what I'm like. This is medieval times. So
There,
Dinner.
you would have to really try. You would be the only one that would have a chance. Maybe Elidyr as well.
Like
but
if I
you,
buttered myself a little bit or something, like put some
it would be
olive oil?
even then. It would be really, really tight. It wouldn't be
Okay.
impossible. I think they're wide enough apart, at least on this particular cage, that you and Elidyr could probably do it if you really tried. But it wouldn't be easy.
I'm really not worried about it.
Does the frog look like he's like sleeping or something?
It's just kind of sitting there. I guess it seems awake. If you look, you see some bubbles every once in a while from it, maybe exhaling a little. But it's just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, I
Come
probably
here, Toady.
I'm just
we don't
staring
think
at
it
it.
works with him.
What?
And it's just kind of sitting there.
Just try throwing in the pancake if you want. You have a
Okay, I'll
stack
throw.
of them.
I will throw the pancake at it. There's strawberries.
Okay, so you're throwing a pancake at it.
Yes.
Why don't I get you to do just a straight ranged attack roll to see if
Okay.
you can get it through the bars and over to where the toad is at the back of the cage, because it's probably 15 feet away from you.
Oh no. That is 13.
13. So it makes it through the bars, and it just kind of flops down in the pool of water, probably 5 or so feet away from it.
See, this is why I wanted to come get it, because now it's all like wet and weird. It's not gonna like it as much. They taste really good. How many pancakes do I have?
Depends how many you ate, because
So
you got an order
I
of
didn't-
5, and
I
then
didn't
they
eat
brought you
any
another
more
order
the
of
ones
5.
that they- Okay, so I have 5.
Okay.
I don't know how I fit those 5 into my stomach, but I did.
So it splashes in the water and kind of splashes at it, and it blinks its eyes. That's the most movement you've seen it do, but that's
Oh my
all
god,
it
it did
does.
something.
Okay, well, I am satisfied with this one. That is a fascinating creature.
Should we move on to the next
Let's
guy?
move on to the next one, yes.
Okay, so you're going to the next one on the left-hand side there. So you go up, and on this cage, the bars are a lot. They're thinner, but they're a lot tighter together, and they're kind of arranged like we would know as a chain link fence. It's not really a chain link fence, but they're arranged more like that. And you see a plaque. There's nobody looking at this one, and you see a plaque that says inside there is a jaculi.
What?
Oh, what? Sorry.
You watch
A
your mouth.
jaculi.
Ejaculi.
What's the jaculi?
Is his name
Can I see
E?
it? Is it like hanging out?
Make a perception check if you want to see if you can see it.
would like
You-
to
it-
Oh, that
make
was
a
it's
fun.
not
perception as
obviously
well.
there.
I got a natural 20!
Natural 20.
Hey.
21 in
Oh,
total.
Yeah, so
And I
you
got-
guys
And I got
Yeah.
you 24.
24 and an 18 for Elidyr. Nug, are you looking for these, or are you just kind of like
No.
following along with everyone?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just following along.
So this one, you all notice it. It's right up there in a tree, and it's easy to notice. It's wrapped around one of the branches, and it is. It looks like a snake, but it has purple scales and a big spiked arrow-shaped head with some horns on it, and it's just kind of slithering around a tree, looking around, and all of a sudden it strikes out. And you notice that it has a bird in its mouth. It catches a bird and it starts to eat a bird.
God, that
Aw.
was so cool.
Ooh,
I start
that is-
climbing the fence for a better look.
You're going to climb the fence?
Yes.
I'm not going to. I'm just going to step away because if she gets thrown at, I don't want to get thrown at myself. So
Well, I can't actually get in there. It's too tight.
no, but
just-
you think about this. If you go to a zoo and you climb on a fucking cage, and the attendant comes over,
So
what
mad right
happens?
now.
Do you get thrown out of the zoo?
I don't
Or
know.
do
I've never
you
been
get
to
to
a
stay
zoo
in the zoo?
before.
Okay, well
this a
you just
trick
keep on
question?
climbing, and I'm going to step back.
So if you guys-
I just want a better look.
Okay. So you can climb up, and yeah, you can get closer. It's further away. It's in a tree, and none of the trees come out so that they're touching. You can tell that they've been pruned so that they don't go towards the edge. You get the sense that this thing is a tree dweller, and it probably could climb up the cage, but right now it's busy eating its bird.
Why are you
So
sneezing?
pretty. I was gonna throw a piece of pancake and see if it would catch it, but it looks like it's busy right now.
I almost forgot. Do I have time to just cast Speak with Animals
Oh, sure.
as a ritual?
Sure
Have,
you
like,
can.
10 minutes just staring at the snake.
Yeah. Yeah, so Elidyr maybe sits down in the grass and starts chanting, and I think you've heard him or her do this ritual before, so
There.
you get a sense of what's coming.
They're having a stroke.
Yeah, and then like when the ritual's all done, I sort of like sit up and I look at the snake and I say, "Hello. What's your name?"
I don't have a name.
You don't have a name. Okay, I'll just call you, Jacqueline. Then, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Do you like being here? Are they feeding you well?
I like eating the birds.
Oh, that's nice. Well, you stay safe in there.
I will.
And I sort of touch over and it's like, oh, he's such a nice snake. I just like wander off.
Can I
It's good
can
to
I
know.
just take a moment to express that Elidyr is the sweetest being in the entire world and needs to be protected at all costs?
Okay, so are you going to move on to the next one?
Yep.
Okay. So you walk up to the next cage, and you see that, and you see it right away. You see a tall, flightless bird, and you see a little plaque that says that there is an axe beak inside.
Ooh.
Does it have an axe for a beak? Is that like why it's named that way?
You do see that, yeah, it's a tall, flightless bird. It has these big, strong, heavy legs, and its beak is sort of wedge-shaped, like an axe.
And now
throw another
Elydyr's going
pancake
to
at
axe it a question.
Hey.
You're welcome.
I'd like to throw another pancake at it.
So yeah, this
They're like
one,
ducks.
the bars are a little closer to the ones that that were on the giant toad one. So you could do that. Make a ranged attack to see if you can hit it with this pancake. If you're trying to hit it at it, or
I gotta no, I don't want to hit it. I want to like throw it so like it kind of like hits around where its mouth can just like snap it if it's interested. Because you know birds and bread and ducks and
okay. So you're
so
throwing
I-
it at its head. Got it.
I'm throwing it in front of its head so it can
Okay.
snap it up. 21.
21. Yeah. So you throw this this pancake right in front of its head. It goes right where you want, but it's not paying a whole lot of attention. And as soon as it sees this this thing flying at it, it kind of like flaps and gets all excited and when a cat sees a cucumber unexpectedly, it just kind of freaks out and runs around a little bit and is looking around all skittishly. And it sees you guys.
It-
It
I'm
starts-
sorry.
It's okay, Mr. Beak. It's
Mr. Beak.
food. If you wanna eat it.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Get out of here!
Oh
Get
my
out of here!
god!
Fuck off!
Everyone sees out there like, so they're like, oh my god.
Oh my
I
God,
literally
wish I could
just
hear
took a sip.
this.
I was not ready. Oh my god.
Like just sort of
Go away!
walking
Go away!
and, like,
Go away!
just
Go
sort of
away!
grab Myrtle and just go, I think we're disturbing him.
But
Sorry.
Oh god.
Let's just leave everyone away.
Oh my god. Fruit
You
time
start to
pancakes.
walk away. Go fuck yourself!
Why do I keep drinking?
Oh my God, axe speaks are my new favorite creature.
What a rude bird. Oh my god.
And as
So, Sven is dying. Sven is laughing uncontrollably on the ground. He's just.
Oh my
he can't
God,
get
are you
enough
okay?
of this. Oh,
I
that
think
is fucking.
Ben passed out. Does
Oh
somebody
my
have a
God.
spell to heal him? Are you
He made you look like idiots. I loved it.
as this is all happening, a guy kind of walks out from between the axe beak cage and the next one down. He's got a rake in his hand and he's looking around. He's, hey, what's going on? You guys fucking with the axe beak?
Why would
No, we
fuck
were
with the
talking to
axe
him.
beak?
Those guys are assholes. They get freaked out over everything.
Yeah,
Apparently.
he was
yeah.
really rude.
Oh, he's gonna be making noise all day now.
Well, I apologize for making your job more difficult, young sir. My
Maybe
bad.
he's just hungry.
Yeah, well, I'll feed him when it's time to feed him. It's not his feeding time.
Oh, kind of sounds like you're the asshole.
Well, fucking kids.
What?
This guy's older. He's like he's got like a scratchy, stubbly sort of. He hasn't shaved in a few days. He's wearing overalls. He's got graying hair. It's just like he's an old caretaker
I
of
don't
the
appreciate
park.
that size implicates age, sir.
Okay, yes, come on, small child. Let's run along to the next cage. Come on. I'll get you a lollipop later if you behave.
Wow.
What is happening?
Wow. Wow.
I hope they treat that bird nicely. He seemed really
like to-
upset.
Can I bite Sven's hand for that?
You could
If you
try.
can reach it. If you can reach it.
You're grabbing me.
Wow.
I wasn't grabbing you. I was trying to usher you. I didn't grab you.
Usher, usher, usher.
Okay,
Oh
I
my
would
God, who did
rather.
it
I
with
would
me?
prefer.
Oh,
I
babe.
I
I prefer a swift kick in the shins then.
I'm guessing it
Oh, boy.
doesn't do any damage.
No.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll for it though? What?
Sven, are you gonna try to dodge
I
away?
got a natural
Um,
20.
Oh, frick!
I was.
So
do I have a
that's
reaction?
26.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
No, I don't. I know it's a different character. No, I'm fine.
Okay. So, as you guys start to move along, you can see a little bit more stuff going on. There's a mother and an older daughter sitting in the middle of the park reading, and it looks like a younger daughter, probably 6 years old, running around playing. She's got a stick and she's running around, just kind of poking the grass, doing dumb kid stuff. But it looks like her older sister and her mother are sitting there reading on the grass, kind of near a tree that's pretty close by.
Stupid
And you're-
kid.
Stupid kid, you know, kid. As you're getting a little further up towards the northern end, you're getting a much better view of what's going on down at the big area that you could kind of see from before. There's 4 people loading. They're kind of working on arranging a large crate in front of the big area. It looks like maybe right up against a door, and there's someone else. From here, you could see that it's a woman, a half-elf woman. She's got a little bit of some leather armor on, and she has a short bow in her hand, and she's just kind of watching, giving directions to those guys. They're still a little further away from you right now, but you can see them some kind of clearly. And so you keep walking up and go to the next cage, and it's a little bit more of like a chain link type fence as well, and you can see it's a lot more sparse than the other ones. There is a little bit of vegetation in there, and it looks like a little shelter of sorts with a door that something can go in and out of. And you do see, kind of walking around on the ground, a few small creatures. And you look at the plaque, and it says that they are Cockatrices.
Good
Oh,
night, watcher. mouth.
Cockatrices. I feel like I'm in Final Fantasy right now. They're so cute.
So they're small, and yeah, they are.
Are they similar to the design of like what a cockatrice is in Final Fantasy, where they're like just cute and fat fucking chickens?
These are like dragon chickens. They look
Oh
like
my
if a chicken
God.
was
Oh my
if a chicken was slightly dragon-like.
Yeah. So they're
Oh
like,
my god.
wait, I'm looking it up because I need to have a
Yeah,
mental
there's no
image of
pictures
this.
on.
How many of them are there?
You can see that there's you can see 4, but they're going in and out of the little shelter at times as well. So maybe there's more. It's hard to
Oh
really
my god!
tell.
So it's like literally just like a rooster with dragon wings, essentially.
Yeah,
and a long
kinda.
tail.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. It's less cute than I was thinking, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, they're not cute. They're
They're not cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they would be more like turkeys.
I mean, they're a little turkey-like.
I'm also breaking up another pancake to like throw to them because they seem like they'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah, so these ones, if you're breaking it up into smaller pieces and throwing them in probably, and that's easily done with these guys. And they do rush over and they start pecking at and eating up your pancake. And
Look, they like
seem
my
like they like it.
pancakes.
You should hand feed them. They look like they're cute.
Okay, probably. I just like pick up like a handful of pancake and stick my arm through the chain link fence.
I grab her arm and stop her from doing that.
Well, let's do something here.
Look what you did.
Just 1 second. Nug, let me get you to do an initiative roll.
Milk was a bad idea.
Why would you tempt it like that?
You know how impressionable she is.
16.
Yeah, no problem. You're able to grab Myrtle's hand and pull it away right as the cockatrice is going to come down, and you hear the snap as it bites where her hand just was.
Ooh.
I was just joking. I guess I should inflect better. Sorry.
I mean that's okay. I just generally take everybody at face value. Maybe I
That's
should
fair.
work on that.
Yeah, I've had to deal with one of those before. You don't want to. You don't want it to bite you.
It could have been real bad.
Yeah, probably. I'm
Don't
not
think
surprised.
we want anything to bite us.
Yeah.
Hey, at least she wasn't chicken.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I'm on fire tonight. I'm playing the wrong character.
Hashtag
Maybe
Instagram.
You should feed it by hand.
So
I
right
wave-
now, you guys hear a little bit of commotion.
Wait, is my
over-
character actually with everybody right now? I assumed I
Oh yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you came.
Oh.
You're there.
Oh, so I can actually interact. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you can do all that. You're here too. We made it so that everyone could be involved in the zoo. You hear a bit of a commotion from over at the larger area where they're kind of positioning this crate, and you hear kind of a bang, and look over, and the four workers, they all kind of seem agitated, and you can tell that the elven woman is giving them some directions and pointing about what they need to do. You're pretty close at this point.
Yeah, let's go take a look at this.
So if you guys start to walk up, the elven woman will notice you and walk over and say, "Excuse me, this exhibit isn't ready yet. Move along over to the eastern side. This exhibit won't be ready for a few more days.
What is it gonna be?
It's going to be an exhibit."
Well, no, but Miss,
Wow.
I am someone who has studied animals for most of my life. I am very interested in all the ones that are here. I come from very far away, and unfortunately, I will not be around in the next couple of days. So, even if you could just tell me what the animal is, or show me a plaque, or something like this, I would really love, with the size of this cage and how monumentous it is, just to get an idea of what I might be missing, so that I might come back in the future to better examine this creature.
I'm sorry. Listen, I would love to help. This is a bit of a big deal for us. The higher ups, they want to have a little shindig, a little to do where they reveal the secret. Honestly, I think it's a little too dangerous to be here anyway. So you'll have to come back if you want to see. It's not my place to say what's in here.
But,
Oh,
but can't we know anyway?
Do you know when it's going to be here?
I know very well what's going to be in here.
No, when?
When?
Sorry, I have a little bit of a sinus issue.
I believe. When is it? Probably it's next weekend. Is when they're doing the opening. So that would be 8
what day
days.
is it?
8.
Okay.
It would be the equivalent of a Friday right now.
Is the animal
Okay.
being held in this spot, or is it being held somewhere else?
One of them are in this. Whoa! Hey! No, you got to stay right up there. One of them is being held in here. There are more inside. They're very dangerous. I wanted them to close the park, to be honest, but it's fine. Honestly, you'll have to come back next week.
Where do they come from? Do you know?
Listen,
What
honestly,
what realm?
I've got no back over there. You need the ropes. I have to go. I really can't talk about this. There's a caretaker around here somewhere. Maybe he's willing to tell you something, but honestly, I'm too busy right now. These guys are idiots, to be honest.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your help. I appreciate it.
Life finds a way.
Okay, so, guys, I have an idea.
We're
Are we
gonna
going to sneak in?
and look at- I'm really okay with this idea. I want to see what's in there so bad. Also, I feel like I'm in Jurassic Park right now, just for the record. But
Could be a really
Okay.
big bird.
DM,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
what does the cage look like? What is the, is it covered with a sack? Is it covered with a curtain? Is it covered with, what is it? What is preventing me? What is the fabric that is preventing me from seeing this animal?
So there isn't fabric per se. So there's like a crate. There's a closed crate that they have. It looks like it's wood and metal, mostly metal, and there are no windows into the crate that you can see at all. And then there is a large enclosure that is all stone and metal and the odd piece of wood, but it's a big, mostly stone and metal enclosure that encompasses. It goes all the way from the left-hand side to the right-hand side of the park, and you don't even know how far back. And it's tall. It's probably about 20 feet tall.
And you said
And
there
it does
was,
look like there's a
it's-
roof on it.
and she said there was already one of the creatures in the enclosure.
She said that there were creatures inside. And
So,
one in the crate that they're trying to get into there.
For a roof, does it look like it's part of the crate? It's all one thing, or would it be open?
I
So
think the crate
there's-
is separate from the enclosure.
Yeah, the crate is separate. The crate is what they've kind of transported this thing in, and they're trying to get it from wherever they got it from to put it into this large enclosure with the rest of them.
Oh, so there is ones in the enclosure, which would be easier to
Yeah,
maneuver to.
but it's huge.
It's a
versus the
huge
one in the
enclosure,
crate.
and it's not wide open bars like the rest of them. There are some windows, but there's only a couple of them. They're relatively small. The bars are very dense.
So I could fit through them.
You couldn't fit through them, definitely
Okay.
What
Would
is the
say
holdup?
A rat. What would say a rat be able to fit through them?
A rat? Yes. Yeah, probably. Now, these windows are probably 5 feet off the ground.
I could throw you.
No one has a problem with creatures in cages. Can we hurry
Or,
this
I
up?
mean,
but,
if
oh
there's
no!
six-
But you said the windows are just off the ground.
The windows are about 5
Blimey.
feet off the ground.
So if I looked in a window, would I be able to see the creature?
Yes, but there's only a few, and now this person that you were speaking with, this elven woman, she's right there. The windows aren't very far from where they're trying to get this thing in. Like, you would be maybe 10 feet away from her. to get to one of these windows.
We should probably come back later.
Anyone interested in a
Or
distraction?
never again.
Or, like, later.
I have a few ideas, but let's go see the other
And
animals.
suddenly
first
you hear
before
another
we-
slam. Hear another slam, and these guys get all whoa, 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 and you're close enough now. You can see that it seemed like there was something on the inside of this crate slamming against the side of it.
Time to go.
Oh, there is a part of me that wants to wreak absolute havoc here, but
We could probably
I
wreak
think it's a
havoc
bad
later.
idea. I want to see the other animals first, and then we have some time. We will
we can-
brainstorm the best way to do this.
We could
No
see some
creature.
animals and then go do some shopping, and then we could maybe come back later when nobody, just happens to be in the vicinity.
I have an
There are always
idea.
What kind of idea do you have? Should we maybe
I will meet
take
you
this
guys
conversation
outside.
away from the people that are probably going to stop us if we
Let's-
have any ideas
guys,
about
we have
things?
we have some time here, so let's go see the other animals, and then
I
we
still have
can discuss
pancakes.
further things later on.
I'm leaving because I don't believe in zoos and creatures being loud.
Okay, you're gonna leave the park.
Yes, and everyone ignored me.
I did not ignore you. We were just focused
Oh my
on other
god, you're
things.
still here?
The animals are just so pretty.
I
Okay.
was just so
Womp,
into
womp,
feeding
womp.
the animals.
Okay, yeah. Grim
Where are you
Grimdor is-
gonna go, Grimdor?
I'll wait outside the zoo for them.
Just outside the park, though. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we didn't have to pay to get in here, did we?
No,
No.
it's just a big wide open park.
Just making sure.
It's like the Safari Zone in Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, you have to pay to get into that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they have the outside zoo, and then they have the park inside that you pay to get into. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Okay, so if you guys walk across to the other side, and you're kind of working from the north down south on the right hand side, you walk up to one of the cages there, and there's a woman standing outside of this one, just kind of watching. And as you get close, it's not hard to see. There is a giant hyena kind of pacing back and forth.
Oh, look,
Tyler-
Sven, that's the one
Tyler-
that you were like.
Tyler, we can't hear you. We still can't hear you.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. So yes, it's very similar to the one that I like to turn into, with the very nice creatures.
Look at their stupid fluffy ears. Do you think they'd want a pancake? And I hold up a pancake. Don't
So
worry,
you're
this
gonna-
is
are
like
you-
my second last one.
Are you're gonna throw it into him?
1,000%.
Okay.
Just so you know, I don't believe that they like pancakes.
How do you know? Have you ever tried
Well,
a pancake
I
as a giant
I
hyena?
can. Well, I know what I do like, and usually it's blood, and flesh and stuff like that.
But I mean, sometimes
Not-
you need
not-
some
not
carbs
pancakes.
in your diet.
I'm. Okay, throw in the pancake. I don't care.
All right.
If they're in the pancake.
Where are you gonna try to throw it to?
Like right in front of the hyena.
Okay. And that's easy enough to do here. It's a pretty big a pretty big animal, so they don't need the bars to be too tight together. So it's easy enough to throw it on the ground in
Oh,
front
so
of
I
them.
could have just walked right in. I probably would have done that.
You could maybe squeeze through if you wanted to.
You know what? I'm not that stupid.
Okay.
But I do kind of like lean through the bars just to get like a good aim on it. Also,
And
like,
this
if we
thing-
did need a roll. I rolled a natural 17, so
Okay. Yeah, it gets right in front of him, but he just kind of stops and walks around it. He's pacing. He looks angry. You may not pick up on that, but Elidyr and Sven almost certainly would. Nug, you probably have dealt with enough aggressive animals. You probably would pick up on it as well. He's just eyeing the woman and just like nasty. He's got that hyena snarl, and he's walking back and forth, pacing. Looks angry.
He's not angry about the pancake.
He's
He
angry with you.
He's indifferent to the pancake.
Okay, perfect. I feel less
Probably
bad now.
saving it for later.
Okay, so what's up with? I guess I like if I'm not seeing the disdain, that I can't ask about the lady, but like. the
Hello,
lady.
Mr. Hyena.
What do you want?
Oh, I just wanted to see how you're doing. You seem very unhappy.
I'm in a cage.
Oh, do you not like being in the cage?
No, it's too small.
Oh, well, I could ask them to maybe put you in a bigger cage. Would that be better? Or would you rather be free?
Not being in a cage would be better.
Oh.
Let me
Well,
out of
Also,
the
can
cage.
can I just ask?
Hey, you. Let me out of the cage. Yeah, go ahead. You can ask.
I just wanted to ask, when when Elidyr casts speak with animals, is he actually like speaking in their language, or would we be able to understand his side of the conversation,
No, I think he's making animal sounds.
or their
Yeah,
side of the conversation? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm making animal
Okay,
sounds.
that's fair. Okay,
Or
cool.
they're making
Just
animal
wanted to
sounds.
check.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Hey, you. Yeah. Let me out of the cage.
I think that would cause a bit of a stir.
Yeah, that sounds
I could
fun.
ask them though about. No, I don't think that
Do
would be
it!
very fun.
Yeah. Yeah, do it. Do it.
Elidyr, oh, I don't know anything that's going on, so never mind.
Would you promise to leave quietly? Like, you wouldn't go and kill anyone, right?
Can
I
I
could
hear
just-
her talking to the animal?
Oh no, we just went over that.
You would
Oh,
hear
sorry.
animal
They-
sounds.
They are talking in
Oh,
animal
okay.
voices. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I won't kill anyone. Just let
You're
me out.
telling the truth.
Sounds wildly
Make an insight
sincere.
check. Make an insight check.
This is gonna go so horribly wrong. So I have advantage on it.
Well, at least hyenas normally eat dead things, so that's not a big deal.
Hyenas are scavengers,
Yeah.
but I mean giant hyenas.
I just don't trust this the way he's talking.
You
It's just
you
sketchy
probably
as fuck.
don't trust the way that it's
Sketchiest
talking.
hyena ever.
I don't know. You don't seem very truthful. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
All right.
ask-
Fine. Just leave me in this cage like the rest of them.
oh, I'm
Just like the
gonna
rest
ask
of them.
them if, I'm gonna ask them if you can get out, but we have to do these things properly. People around here are pretty mean if you don't follow the rules, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, is there like a person around?
You see the four people that are still trying to position this crate, and the person that you kind of briefly spoke with there that's directing them, and then you know where you saw the grumpy old groundskeeper. But other than that, you just see people that look like they're enjoying the park.
Wasn't there also a woman standing in front of the cage that he seemed pissed off at?
Oh yeah, I mean it's just a woman. She's kind of giving Elidyr a look because Elidyr is making these animal sounds, and
It's not.
she's wandered off at this point. Your group might look a little intimidating, especially with Elidyr making these animal sounds. So she's wandered off over towards where the cockatrices are.
And a
Yeah,
7-foot tall orc and plate.
Oh, these
Yeah.
people are so fucking judgmental.
I wonder, what does a hyena sound like? Like,
You know that
Anyway.
laughing noise in The Lion King?
Cackle.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much that.
Yeah. That's hyenas. They are one of my favorite animals. I love them so much.
yeah, it's probably pretty unnerving hearing that coming from Elidyr.
Yeah, you know what?
It's pretty awesome.
It's like
Okay.
this sort of like quiet sort of
Like you just
like
fucking
person.
lost it?
And so you guys then probably head down to the next one.
Yeah.
And from there, you can see this one's pretty clear. It's a pretty big animal in there, and you read the nameplate, and it confirms that inside this one is an owlbear.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
It's so fluffy!
Do not stick your hands in the cage. It will bite them off. They are fluffy, but it will hurt you.
Can
But
I
he's
at least
so
give it a
cute.
pancake?
I
have
feel like we're
one
all for two on the
left.
pancakes, but you can try.
You see, and I will point out that you see 3 more cages. There's this one and 2 more cages.
Oh no.
So you
I
can
give
do your
it-
pancake now, or you can wait.
I give it a quarter of a pancake.
Okay. You throw it in, and it sees it. It doesn't seem to care so much about your pancake, but it does start blinking and looking at you. And it
I just stare it right in the eye and keep blinking at the same time it keeps blinking. 'Cause it's so fluffy and I want to be friends with it.
and it's moving around, and it's moving like a bear would, but its head is moving like an owl's would, where it's almost like it's a completely separate thing that's tangentially connected to the body, but they're like 2 individual things. The head is doing its thing and the body's doing its thing, and it is trained on you. As it moves around, that head is locked right on you, Myrtle.
I just look fucking delighted.
No, you just look fucking delicious.
No, I look delighted. I might look delicious. to somebody
Right,
else.
yeah, well, yeah, it's
I
not
want-
hard to tell, for at least for the others, that it thinks that you should be its next meal.
I want 10 of them.
Hello,
Yeah.
Mr. Owl.
Hello, Mr. Owl.
And it's not saying anything. It's just, like when a cat is ready to pounce and it's just all tense.
You sure didn't
It's-
ask who said that?
Oh.
So it is doing that. It is so tense, and it is just eyes trained right on Myrtle.
Hi. He's being very quiet. Maybe
I'm
he's
like-
sleepy. I think.
I'm pressed up against the bars, just fascinated with this thing.
You guys are a hoot.
And it's
Stop!
if you're pressed right up against the bars, it's slowly doing the little slow, almost ready to pounce walk, getting close to where you are.
Oh yes, I
It
have
looks
2 cats.
really
I know that
tense.
well.
Yeah. And
I-
how close to the bars are you?
I'm pressed right up against them.
Okay. Well, let's see. It is gonna jump out and try to bite you, but it bangs its beak against the bars.
Oh my god! Please, someone help! This owlbear just tried to attack my friend. Does the woman
Bad-
from the cage?
bad
Does the woman
owl.
from the cage move?
Does who? Sorry.
The elf
woman
near the
from the
cage come
cage.
over.
No, she's pretty far away and not really paying too much attention. You've gotten a little further away at this point.
That was a
Okay,
good try,
quick
though.
muddle. Jump in the cage. Jump in the cage.
Excuse me?
But
Okay,
you,
well, maybe not something that violent, but like go in one of the other cages. Now I want you to get kicked out. Go
I
get kicked out.
But I thought you wanted me to stay out of the cages. You
I've
stopped me from
compl-
feeding all the fun animals.
I have completely changed my mind on all of that. But go over and get that elf woman's attention and lure her away from them where she
I
is.
don't know that this sounds like it's in my best interest at this point.
Oh, I can.
As
try
long as you
something.
don't.
as,
Okay.
as this is all happening, I will say that you're starting to notice more commotion back at the big cage.
Ooh.
Elidyr, you were gonna try something?
Oh, if there's like more commotion, I might not. I was gonna say I could charm the owlbear and we could have a
Bang!
nice
You hear another bang.
Oh, what
Bang!
was that?
You hear another
Ooh.
bang.
Maybe we should go check it out.
I'm going to walk towards it. Yes.
And then all of
hear
a
it to
sudden,
fight
you
something.
hear another bang, and a couple of them all start screaming. And you can't. They're just out of
Roll
your
initiative.
eye line. There's a tree in the way.
Well, I guess we will move.
And you hear
towards
the
it.
woman yell, "Shoot it! Shoot it!"
Oh my god, let's run! We're running over.
It's literally Jurassic Park.
Running over it.
And so you guys run over, and you can see that one of the workers is halfway inside the cage.
Shoot her! Shoot her! Clever girl.
Yeah, clever girl.
Very good.
I will.
And so
what am I seeing? What are we seeing? What are we seeing? Yeah.
So you see one of the workers is halfway inside the cage. One of the workers is trying to pull it out, and the woman is trying to pull it out, pull the worker out as well.
I guess we should probably try to pull that person out. It'll
Yeah,
like help. I go
I'm
up and like tug on like a piece of clothing or whatever that I could get my hands on.
Can I see the creature inside?
Okay, so as you start to run over, you guys can all see that, yeah, the crate is kind of ajar, and you hear this ear-piercing screech. Let's say, Sven, make a nature check. Because you've been around.
You've been around.
Even though my
Natural 20.
Yep.
That's the scream of a Velociraptor.
Oh my god, is it ever?
Roll initiative.
I love them.
Please
so
stop! I can
much.
only get so erect.
Oh my god, we're playing Jurassic Park.
You picked up on it pretty early.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
knew you said it.
I
up
was
like
like,
that,
I
right
was
off the bat.
sitting there hoping that was what it was, but I didn't get too excited about it.
Velociraptors were a thing that were in game. That's amazing.
They are.
They
and
are
they're a thing
now.
You can wild shape into.
Ooh, these might not be the same Velociraptors that you know of, though.
Oh, okay.
I got
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
We will.
Okay.
Oh, hold
so
on.
then
I have to bring up the initiative tracker here.
Oh, yeah, shit,
So I'm
sorry.
gonna clear it out. If you already rolled, that's fine. I can fix that. Gotta remove it all. Just roll again, and I can put in your proper.
Okay. Where am I on the screen? Oh, right there.
Are the Velociraptors scaly or feathery, though? I think that's the important question.
Ooh, that is a good question. Are they old school or are they new school? I prefer the old school. But also, for the record, has anybody actually seen the drawing of what somebody thinks a Tyrannosaurus Rex might look like based on the fact that they might be feathered? They look like
Right,
giant
feathered.
fat chickens, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
are
it's
fucking
awesome.
cute as
It's
shit.
Hilarious.
I love it.
They
So-
look so silly.
Grimdor, I'm gonna get you to make a perception check to see if you hear this shriek. It's a big park, but it was really, really loud. And if you're outside of it, there's a chance you could still hear it.
How do I scale my token?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you know, I'm good at my dinosaur noises.
Do you have your token, or? Oh, hold on. You might not because, well, hold on. Let me just get something arranged here. I just have
I
to.
should be able to make a perception check.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that. And I'm going to show you guys the zoo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cool. It works.
And you also get to, I guess, see what the last two animals were.
Oh, a bear and a... What's that?
It's a polar bear.
Oh,
Polar bear.
polar bear.
You just
Okay, so. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, you just, like... Here, Tyler. Have fun. Here's everything you've ever wanted.
Listen, let me ruin my own life for you.
I mean,
Within
Some
reason.
of the, like the polar bear, I can't use till my, I don't know, till I'm
Wait. Can you use a Velociraptor right now?
I don't know. We're gonna meet Chris on
Because
time.
I feel like Velociraptor versus polar bear. I would assume you'd be able to use a polar bear first.
So
The
Velociraptors
classic
are way weak.
Velociraptors are like little small, weak things. Yeah.
The tiny ones from Jurassic
That's
Park 3,
understandable.
where like that little girl gets eaten by them.
Yeah.
The ones that aren't Velociraptors.
Yeah, exactly. That's yeah.
But also,
The-
they actually they upsized Velociraptors in Jurassic Park. They're not actually that big.
Exactly.
Just for the record.
These
Yeah.
these are those actual
Okay.
big ones.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, just as
Oh.
a note, an owlbear is not a beast; it's a monstrosity. So
Correct.
What?
you
Yeah.
can't actually turn it into an owlbear. I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
Boo.
And so is the Cockatrice.
That's disappointing.
And so that other one was a brown bear, I'm assuming.
It's a brown bear, yes, but you haven't seen it yet.
Oh right. Okay.
Okay, so Grimdor 18. Yeah, you heard it. So you can roll initiative.
I don't know if you got it. I got a 17.
Oh, okay. I will add you in, Myrtle.
Thank you.
And that's a 15 for Grimdor. So Elidyr, Sven, Grimdor, Myrtle, Nug. I don't think I got yours. You there, El?
How?
Yellow.
I think we lost him. Do we want to maybe take this opportunity to just like take a couple of minutes and then?
Yeah,
by the
why don't
time
we
get
do that
back,
then, yeah.
Let's take a short break. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's
Okay.
perfect.
Sounds good. All right.
All
see
right,
you in a
guys. Let's take a
Yep.
break.
bit. Hey.
All
Squatch.
right.
Squatch.
Squatched.
Scorch.
Scorch.
Squatch.
Squirts. Okay. So you guys have heard this Velociraptor screech, and Elidyr.
Chris, you can't say that and then not do the noise.
Somebody else did the noise. I don't know how to do that one. There we go.
Nailed it.
It's really you just gotta tighten your throat and breathe in really fast.
That's what she said. Okay.
All right, Elidyr.
Uh,
Elidyr, what do you want to do?
Chris, how come I don't see everybody in the turn order?
Who are we missing?
Elidyr.
Sven and Elidyr.
Sven's in there. Elidyr,
Yeah.
maybe can you
That should be
expand
there.
it?
Yeah, I've got it as big as possible. I don't see
Yeah,
it.
for some reason I'm not in there.
No, he's not in there.
I
See,
think
it's showing on mine.
Neither's Elidyr.
it's because we're in a different map from
Yeah.
when we rolled. Maybe.
They rolled in the other map.
But I've added them in here, so
That's weird.
We don't see them.
let me.
You think you can refresh the turn order?
Yeah, let me see. I'm just refreshing because they're all showing for me.
I think I can see them all. Is it like a scrolling situation or?
No, I
Why
scrolled.
don't you guys try to refresh?
We'd have to refresh the whole game.
Not an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
need to re-input them.
I mean, they're all showing for me though, so
Yeah, so
All right,
delete
well, let's
them.
just go then. Chris will
Yeah,
guide us.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
What can I see? Are there Velociraptors outside the cage?
Just
from where you are, there's kind of a tree in the way, and you can see some commotion over there, but you can see people struggling at the far end of the crate that looks to be open, but you can't see anything else.
Okay.
Where you
I'll
are.
probably just run over them, I guess, and see if I can maybe like help pull this guy who's like being pulled into the cage.
Okay, so you can get, from where you are, your movement's 30.
Yeah.
So you could get to right here, at the top of the tree right here. And then if you wanted to go further, you could, but then you wouldn't have an action.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll run forward just to like right over here and like
Right over to there.
Like, is it this guy that's being pulled in?
Yeah, this guy is kind of half in, half out, and the warden there has her hands, like she's grabbing onto his hands. It's the top half of them that's out, and she's trying to she's tug of warring basically with the Velociraptor.
Clever
Hey.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just run over to that guy and start helping, try to pull him out of the cage.
Okay, so you wouldn't have an action, but that's what you're going to try to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's fine.
perfect. And next are the workers. This guy is going to try to get out of there, and he rolls a natural 20. So
crit.
he is able to break the grapple. And he is going to try to use his movement. He's looking really, really bad. He's going to have half movement because his legs are, shredded. There's barely anything left of them. So he is going to try to move, and he's going to be able to move, I would say, just out to here. And that's it. This one, seeing this all happen, he's going to start to back up a little bit. And these guys are going to back up as well. This guy's going to stay where he is. Myrtle, you are up next. And it's going to be the Raptors go next.
So I have 25 feet. I guess I'm going to come up to I mean, I might as well dash. I don't have any reason to use any actions. So I'm gonna dash to up next to Elidyr, I guess.
Okay, so you can get to here just fine with your regular movement, and make a perception check. You might be able to see the raptor at this point.
Hold on. Sorry, I had this full screen so I could see it. 18.
18. Okay, nice. You can see the raptor, but I would say that it has 3/4 cover if you did want to try to do something there. Or you can, by all means, go ahead and move further up.
You know what? I might as well. Yeah, no, I'll just I'll move up to 25 feet and then I'll try to take a shot at them, I guess.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay, so with my short bow. That's not great. That is a 14 to hit. Oh, no, sorry. 13. 13 to hit.
No, with the cover that it's got, that isn't enough. It just kind of clangs off the side of the the crate that it was in.
All right. So I'm just gonna use my bonus action maybe to kind of press myself up against the side of the crate and try to hide.
Okay, you can try. You're not really that close to it. You're probably not going to be able to hide very well from where you are, but go ahead and roll it, and we'll see.
Oh god, that's so cocked. Okay, so that is a 21.
Okay, but you're not too close to the crate, so we'll see how good that does you.
Okay.
Okay, it is the Raptors' turn now. And it is going to try to bite the Warden. And that is going to miss. The Warden it snaps out at the Warden as the worker is running away. And the Warden just kind of dodges out of the way. And it's going to now try to claw attack the Warden. And it takes a couple of swipes. The first one misses, and the second one slashes against her arm. And that is going to do 11 points of piercing damage to her. So that took a big gash out of the side of her. And
Can
it
you
just
have
kind of screeches, "Ah!" and scratches down her arm, leaving a bloody mess on her bicep. And it is actually going to try to. Can't really get in there. So there is a gate. Elidyr, you can see this. There is a gate that is still closed right here. That they were trying to arrange everything so they could get it into, and it's still closed. And it seems like it wants to get into there, but it can't right now, so it's not going to do anything else. Grimdor, you are sitting just outside of the park, and you hear all this screeching. It looks like you're going to start to run in at full tilt.
That's it. I'm mad dashing.
Okay. Anything else? Do you have any bonus actions you want to do after you take your dash?
No.
Okay. And that's great. Nug, you are up.
Did we lose Al again?
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
I muted my mic. Sorry, I'm good. All right. I am going to use my bonus action to use aggressive rather, to move 30 feet, move my movement towards an enemy I can see or hear.
Yep, no problem.
Let's see, what is my movement? It is 30 feet. All right, so let's see. Alright, so move there, and then I guess I'll just move up here. And I will... I don't want to kill a raptor. I think it's cool. I guess I'll attack the raptor.
Okay.
I don't want to kill a raptor because it's cool.
What if it just wants to get to his family?
That's true. Wait, has anyone else attacked it?
Yeah,
Myrtle
I
attacked it.
attempted
She
to.
didn't hit.
Yeah. Does it would anybody other than Elidyr notice that it just wanted to get through the gate?
Possibly the warden. You don't know.
Okay.
Damn, so you can't just choose one person. That sucks. Well, I can just knock them all out. Sleep's kind of a crappy spell.
There's certain times when it's clutch. But,
it's not very useful right now, sadly. Well, actually, no. I could have another 10 feet of movement, so... You know what, let's just give it a go. I'll move... I guess I want to be right there. And it's... Actually, no, screw it. I'll just stay right there. And it was... Sorry, it's 20 feet... Where is it? Oh, it's a sphere. Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to make the sphere, essentially, so it's... just hits like this, or maybe actually like this. So I hit the raptor. Oh, why is it holding it down? Oh my god. Stupid
You
thing.
could probably get it so that it hits the raptor and your choice of either the warden or the worker over here.
Yeah, either. I don't care which one. Probably the worker. He's a peon, so he will probably have less health.
Fewer hit points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the deal here? It's 5d8.
Yes.
And I think you can click on it in there to roll it, right?
Yep.
27. Okay, so the worker over here falls asleep and it doesn't seem to have any effect on the raptor. That's it, right? It doesn't do anything unless it goes all the way?
So here's a matter. Yes.
Okay, so the guy in the back falls asleep, and the raptor is still just as lively as ever.
You know,
All right.
let's just serve up all the workers on a silver platter.
Then
You want a snack, buddy?
It's okay. Then I'll just end my turn there.
Okay, it's now the Warden's turn. Sven, you are going to be next.
Yep.
The Warden is going to try to grab the cage here and pull it. And she just can't. She's dodging back and forth, trying to get this grab onto this cage without the raptor biting her, and she just can't get a grip on it to pull it. So that's going to be her turn. Sven, you're up. Elidyr, you're next.
All right. Can I see the raptor right now, or from where I am? Or no?
Not from where you are right now, no.
Okay. I'm going to run over 30 feet to. Would I be able to see it from here?
From there, yeah, I would say that it has half cover though, because it's only partially sticking out from the end of that.
Right. Okay, well that's fine. I'll move up to there.
Okay.
Would you say this creature is large or medium, or what would it?
It is
classify itself as?
it is medium.
It is medium. Okay. I am going to cast Fairy Fire on it.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, I am going to cast Fairy Fire on it. I don't know if that's something that I roll for, or if it's something.
I think it's a
It's Dex
save, right?
save.
Dex
Yes,
save.
it is a.
What's your DC on that?
The DC save is 14.
15.
Oh, motherfucker. Okay. I will then use my bonus action to transform into that trusty giant toad.
Giant toad, okay. So we will still keep you as Sven and just kind of you bump this this worker out of the way a little bit, and we're gonna call you a giant toad right here.
Okay.
Okay.
And that would be toad's long jump standing leap. Okay. No, we're good.
That's it? Okay.
Yep.
Elidyr, it is your turn.
Alright. How many can I see inside? Like, how many raptors can I see, roughly?
You're close enough. You can tell there's just the one raptor right in the cage. There is a gate there that you can see through, and let me just... you can see that there is a raptor on the other side of the gate.
Okay. So, I am going to cast Animal Friendship on the one nearest to me, this guy. It's like in the box thing.
Okay.
So it has to make a Wisdom save or be charmed by me for the spell's duration.
Okay, so you cast your spell of Animal Friendship. You think back to casting it before, and open your eyes after saying some words and making some motions, and realize that this monstrosity in front of you doesn't seem to be affected.
Wait, what? How is a Velociraptor not a beast?
This
First
one
of
is a
all,
monstrosity.
How dare you?
It looks
What
like we do not
the-
have to talk about this anymore. Fucking kill it.
I wanted a pet Velociraptor.
Sadly.
I'm not gonna lie, I was on the same page with that.
Oh yeah, that would have been great.
If I take a step back, am I gonna get attacked by it?
Yes, but because you're around the corner from it for this thing, you would have, I would say, half cover from it.
Okay, why not? I'll go to like here. My AC is like 17.
Oh yeah, it swipes out, but its claw just scratches against the side of the cage.
Cool. That's
Okay.
turn.
That's your turn. It is now the worker's turn. I think this was the guy right here that had it rough, so I'm just going to mark him so we know. He's going to try to hobble away a little bit as best he can. Why can't I select it? There we go. It's not letting me select the dudes. Here we go. He's going to hobble back a little bit right here. This guy's booking it. He's not getting paid enough for this. And then all the patrons are going to start to run away as well. And this worker here is asleep. And this one, yeah, they're going to start to back up. That's all the workers are going to do. This one comes out to see what's going on. And when he sees what's going on, he goes back this way and hides in the corner.
Here you go.
And that is going to be the workers' turns. Myrtle, you're up. The
Okay.
raptor is going to be going next.
So, couple questions.
Yep.
Would I have noticed that the main person was trying to like move the cage so that I'm assuming lines up with the area that they're trying to put it in?
Yeah, I think you probably would have seen that from there.
Okay, and then also, on top of that, disguise self.
Okay.
So it does say that you can't change your body type, so you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. Would you classify that as possibly being similar to a Velociraptor, considering I'm very tiny and it's kind of the same thing? They're upright creatures.
But their legs are those backward legs, right?
This is why I ask.
I'm gonna say that's a little too far away from a humanoid form to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right, cool. I will throw that out the window then.
I don't blame you for asking.
Okay, so I just want to I noticed what this woman is doing, and I just want to yell out to everybody, hey guys, I feel like if we just move the cage to line up with the entrance to the place, we could maybe do this without killing something. And then I'm gonna cast blur on myself.
Okay.
And go to the entrance of the cage, so I can kind of just stand there, and I want to kind of just be there to defend.
Okay, so you want to go up near the entrance?
Close, but maybe 10 feet away. I don't want to be within striking range necessarily, unless something's specifically moved towards me.
Okay, so
if I'm able to do that,
maybe the space right north of Sven touching the cage. From there, you could probably take an action, do a held action or something to help push the cage if everybody else is going to do that.
my action was used up.
But in the future, you could do that if you wanted to. You'd be in a position where you could do that in the future if you wanted.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. All right. That is going to be the Raptors' turn now, and it is going to take some attacks against the door to try to get that door open. So at first it kind of bites out at the bars and doesn't really get anywhere. They're metal bars there, so it kind of slashes at it, and there's a wood piece connecting the lock, and it kind of makes some damage happen there. And then it takes another slash, and it breaks off the lock to the gate.
Fuck.
But that's all of its turn.
To the other pen?
Yeah, the gate to the pen right here. It's kind of attacking that door. It's still closed, but it has broken the lock off.
Wait, is it here or is it here now?
This little mini square that I've made. There's a gate here.
So wait, the
No,
gate.
but I mean the raptor. I see like I see a half raptor here.
The raptor is halfway.
Okay.
Through in this open thing
and this
here.
Is just showing
and it's
that
attacking
one
this.
Okay.
You through this gate you can see that there's one there.
Okay.
Inside. That one is also going to try to attack the gate from the other side. It's going to bite at it, and again, biting the bars doesn't really seem to do very much. So it starts slashing at the door mechanism, and just like the first one, it has some luck, and they've done some serious damage to the lock and to the opening mechanism for this gate. It's not completely broken open, but they've done some big damage to it. And that is going to be all that happens there. Actually, you know what? Let's just go... Nug, you can see another raptor inside beside it now. But that is going to be the Raptors' turn, and Grimdor, you're up. Nug, you'll be next.
I'm gonna use my dash, move in behind it, and as I'm going, I'm gonna scream, "Close the box!" And that's it.
Okay.
It's my turn.
That's great.
What's in the box?
Nug, your turn. Oh, we don't have you again, Al.
I'd be the end.
So, okay. So I was just checking, and I have a thing called powerful builds. So I can push, lift, or carry 1,200 pounds. So
1,200 pounds. Okay.
yeah, it's 30
That's
times
still
my
like that.
strength times 2, which my strength is
Holy
20.
hell.
So, yeah, I know, right? So
Okay.
so essentially, I am just gonna run back here. That's kind of what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna try and push it in.
Okay, you're going to try to push it right now. Make a strength check.
All right.
Because this is a big, heavy crate. It's metal and wood, and there's a raptor inside it.
Yep. Where's it? There it is.
Ooh, almost
26.
crit.
Ooh,
Nice.
so close. So with that, you're not able to push it all the way closed. There's still a little bit of a gap right here, but you move it quite a bit. Let me see if
And
I
I'm
can,
also going to be staying there, putting my full strength into keeping it in place. So.
Okay. I'm gonna put it like this because it won't let me
Put it on an angle.
completely put it up. I can do an entire angle or nothing, but here, maybe I'll leave it like this. I don't know.
No,
In any
just
case,
close
it's mostly closed, and we know that.
All right.
But not all the way. There's still just a little bit of a gap where it could maybe get something going on there. Okay, and it kind of pushes Myrtle off to the side a little bit as you push it. It knocks her. Make a strength saving throw, Myrtle, to see if you're knocked prone as that gets pushed over.
All right. That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. So you.
Oh, crit!
That's 3. That is 3 for the record.
Big
That
shout out to
is-
Greenleaf
that's plus
Green
0,
Tea.
so it's 20. Big shout out to Greenleaf Geek because that's
Big
the
shout out
only
to
dice
Leah
there
at
is.
Greenleaf Geek.
Thank you for
who
my
I do-
keyfish.
I did actually give her the link for this live stream, so maybe she is
Oh,
right.
did you? Nice.
Yeah,
I did,
my keyfish dice usually treats me like crap, but every once in a while it's just really, really rewarding.
Perfect.
Used by
So,
Marisha Ray in Critical Role.
Yeah, thanks for telling
Coming back
everybody
this
that we're
Thursday.
gods.
so yeah, you Nug pushes on this crate, and it's sliding it. He's using all his strength. You can see, well, you can't see his rippling muscles because they're covered in this dinged up, crappy plate armor. But as he's pushing it through, he gives it one big hard push, and it jostles into place, and you do a backflip to stay onto your feet.
Some sort of like
there.
really impressive acrobatic act.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say it was a cartwheel.
Perfect.
That seems like something Myrtle would do.
Yeah, no, it's totally up her alley. That seems just about right.
Perfect. So it's most of the way closed, but it is still slightly open right now. Nug, anything else from you?
That is all.
Okay. The warden is going to try to. She's gonna shout out and say, "Everyone, grab on, and we'll all push together." And she is going to ready an action to try to push it closed once everyone else is ready to do the same. Sven, you are up.
Well, all that excitement really took the wind out of what I was going to do. I will jump, since I have a standing long jump that is pretty high, I will jump on top of the box.
Yep.
And in case he tries to get out the top or something, I will ready a grapple bite attack.
Okay, that is great. Anything else?
That's all I can really do at the moment. Yeah, as if he tries to escape out a different way, then I will try and grapple him.
Okay.
With my large frog tongue.
With your large frog tongue.
Hey.
Elidyr. Elidyr, you are up.
Stop with the A.
I will
Okay.
not.
Is the thing like pushed into place? Like,
It's-
like
It's not all the way in place. It's still slightly ajar. There's enough room that you think probably from where you could see right over at this corner, the raptor probably could get some claws or maybe even its mouth out, but it is most of the way closed at this point.
all right. I'm just gonna call up a bit of wind in my and just like push it towards the raptor like closest to the thing who might be able to like get in the way. I'm casting Gust to like try and push him back.
Okay, can you post Gust into the chat there?
Quite a lot, but oh wait, is it a medium or smaller?
It's medium.
Okay, yeah, it needs to make a strength save.
Okay, and which one are you targeting here?
The one like nearest the gate, so probably this one.
So yeah, you can probably just barely see that one there, but through the crack that's left, but you can still see it, I'll say. And a strength save?
Yep.
Yeah, so it fails. I assume. What is your DC?
It's 13.
Yeah, so it fails.
So we
it gets pushed.
Yeah, he gets pushed 5 feet away from the gate.
Okay. All right, there it is. You doing anything else?
I probably just sort of motion to everyone like, push, 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 push.
Okay, push, push, push. The workers are up. Myrtle, you'll be next. These two, after the warden has shouted to get in and push, they're going to do this. This one's going to run around to this corner, and this one's going to run around right next to Nug. And they're going to both get ready to give it one big push. Nug, make an insight check.
Ooh.
So, you know when you're helping somebody carry a couch and there's like 3 or 4 people doing it, and you kind of get the sense that like one of the guys isn't really taking any of the weight? You get the sense that this was what this guy's gonna get ready to do. He's gonna push, but like he's not really gonna push.
Nug's more confused about what a couch is.
that was for Al.
I know.
That was for Al.
They have couches.
Yeah. I don't think I need their help anyway, to be honest.
Probably not. And then this one here, he's gonna like stumble back and fall prone right over here. He is like
Just randomly.
Well, this is the one that was inside that had gotten caught originally,
Oh.
right?
so his
So
legs are
he's in a
bleeding.
he's in a bad way. Like
He's got
he
one
looks
leg.
rough. He's bleeding out over there. He's conscious, but barely. Yeah, and this one's still sleeping. So, Myrtle, you are up.
I'm gonna come around the back and, like, with all of my strength, just be like, and I'm gonna help try to push it into place.
Okay, so are you going to push now, or are you going to wait and push once everyone's ready?
I guess I should probably wait. This is probably.
It's up to you, though. What would Myrtle do?
Myrtle would probably just start pushing.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Okay. Oh god, that rolled right off my. Oh my god, that is my 4th natural 20.
Oh my god. Oh, crit.
Oh, great. Okay. So
All right,
that's
so-
+0.
So you start pushing on it, and it actually budges just a little bit. It's kind of like in Age of
my
Ultron
God,
when
yeah.
It's like in Age of Ultron when Captain America almost picks up Mjolnir and it just nudges just a little bit. It's like that.
I feel so validated right now. I
Atta
am
girl.
so strong.
Ripped.
I helped.
I help.
Okay.
I helped.
So now it is the Raptors' turn.
Great.
And the Raptor is going to run and slam its body against the back of the crate. And it moves back enough to where, right after
snap.
Myrtle moves it that little bit forward, it slams it back and it goes back like the same and then the 1 inch further. So it moves 1 inch,
Oh.
2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing here.
But it would
Myrtle
have been
deflates.
worse if I hadn't helped.
Exactly. So it's going to make that attack. It's going to do that again. And it doesn't really make any more movement. So it's going to come in here and it's going to try to slash out at the Warden.
Clever girl.
And the Warden's got 3/4 cover there, but it's still a hit. And that is going to do 12 points of slashing damage against the Warden's other arm. So she has taken both of her arms are all scratched to hell. She's still up. She's still ready to push, but she's just kind of wincing and bearing through it, just taking these scratches. Is everyone ready? Get ready!
To be fair, at least it's not like that one guy's arm in Jurassic Park, which, you know, his whole body was gone and it's just the one arm left.
Exactly. Grimdor, you are up.
Okay. I'd like to run into where this guy is and scream at him to move. Move! And take over his spot.
Okay,
Like-
make a strength check to see if you can pull him out of the way.
Okay.
I can tell you that the DC is not going to be high on this.
Just a regular strength check.
Yeah, you're just trying to pull him out of the way and take his spot.
No problem. Oh, boo.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Even with an 11, like, this guy, he doesn't want to be there in the first place. He just doesn't want his boss to be mad at him. So, yeah, you can easily get into, there.
Does that count as my action? Because I want to hold my action to push with everybody.
I think you're okay. Like, he wasn't resisting, so...
I feel like that guy just pissed himself.
Well,
yeah,
maybe
so-
on your turn you can make a perception check to see if you did.
And then I'm just gonna hold my action until Nug starts to push, which probably he's gonna do all the work. So
Okay. All right. So Nug, it is your turn. Everybody's been holding their action. I want everyone to do a strength check right now, and I'm gonna.
I'm assuming except for me because I pushed already.
Yeah. Like, so not Myrtle and not Elidyr. So I will roll one for the Warden.
Are you rolling athletics or just a strength save?
Just a strength. Just a.
You should be rolling
strength
athletics.
roll. Yeah. Okay. Athletics is fine.
Well, just if we're using their skills. It's
For most of you, it's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Well, then
I
add
just meant
2.
for him, yeah, because he's a strength class.
Yeah, add 2 to my 11, so it should be 13.
Okay. 13. Okay, and you know what? Funnily enough, Nug, you noticed that this guy over here seemed like he was going to barely do any pushing at all. This guy over here, he's putting his heart and soul into it. And he's like right beside you, like, and giving you a look like, yeah, we're pushing this. We're doing it.
There's tryhards in the chat.
Yeah.
What a sweet angel baby.
And you guys are able to slam it into place there. And it kind of slams in and wedges in a little bit. So at this point, it seems like it's pretty firm in, but you do still have a matter. You do still have the matter of there is a raptor in this thing, and there is a gate that needs to be risen.
Locked and opened?
Yeah, so the Warden on her turn, she is going to climb up. There is a little bit of a ladder right here, and she'll climb up that ladder and start to pull up the gate. It rises up. And she's able to get it up.
Well, we're all 5.
Exactly.
Well, at least 13. We had to have hit puberty.
So now at this point, it is your turn, Sven. The gate is open, but the raptor is still inside this thing.
So it has opened the back gate, if I'm seeing that correctly.
Yeah. So there's the gate that kind of goes in between the crate
gate into the pen.
Into the pen, exactly.
Oh, over here. Okay, so
yeah.
there's...
Yeah.
All right, sorry, just refresh me. What is open and what's not open? This gate's open here.
Yeah.
This is the gate right here. You can't see any of this gate at all, but you can see the Warden up on top, and she has kind of pulled something up, and it's pretty easy to tell that she's been able to pull up the gate. So you can infer that the raptor could go through there on its own if it wanted to, but you don't know if it's going to want to or not.
Into the pen.
Into the pen, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to hop down to here, and in case it comes out the back, I'm going to hold my grapple action one more time.
Should have kept the weight on it. Caca.
To what, sorry?
Your weight. You should have kept your weight on the box.
On the box?
It's too late now.
Apparently the
Decisions
box
are made.
weighs like 2,000 pounds, though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
the
it's
box is
crazy
pretty
heavy.
secure. It's like
too late now.
Really, this is literally just Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That box is not light by any means.
All right, Elidyr, you are up. Myrtle, you'll be after the workers.
Just realized that I was muted and I was like screaming, "Yell! Close the gate! Close the gate!"
Well, at this
Hold on
point,
to
you
your
don't know. You don't know whether the raptor has left the crate or not.
I mean, does it look like there's anything else left to do? Like the gate's been shut, hasn't it?
The gate is open
They opened the gate on purpose to let the raptor into the enclosure.
to let the raptor in. Hopefully.
I guess I'll just like go over to like wherever it else is and just try to hold the box. I'm not
Okay.
exactly very strong, so I'll try my best.
Yeah, make a strength or athletics check there to see how much you can do to help hold the box.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm helping.
You're really,
I'm
really good at
helping.
holding boxes.
We could do it, guys.
And this worker here is going to kind of look up to Nug to see, to get an indication of, should I be still pushing this, or he's looking to you. So you can respond real quick back to tell him what you want him to do. I think you're still muted,
Sorry.
Nug.
No, I'm not muted. I don't think I would respond to
Oh.
a look, honestly. I wouldn't
Oh, okay.
respond to it whatsoever.
Okay.
If he's just gonna look at me, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
he's like
not-
looking up, like with that expectant
Yeah.
look, like,
Odds are I have like my shoulder. Well, odds are I have my shoulders in this thing and I'm pushing on it, so I'm not gonna be looking at the 5-foot tall guy to my right.
Okay, perfect. And great. So Myrtle, you are up.
I kind of want to just like climb up the box and go and kind of like look in and see if the Velociraptor's still in it.
There's no holes in this box aside from the front that's wedged into the
that's
gate. but-
more what I was like climb up it and crawl to the front and like peek over the edge.
Okay. So you can
If I have the space to do that in this turn.
yeah, you can climb up there. I don't think it would be too hard. It's not that tall, right? It's only yeah. So when you get up to the front, oh, go ahead.
Into acrobatics.
Yeah, I don't think it's any trouble for you to get up there. It's not very tall, and you get up to the front, and you can see that it's like wedged into the stonework here. You guys pushed it so hard that there's no gap here at all right now. It's kind of
Okay.
pushed right in.
Okay,
and
so
it's-
there's like a whole like wall above.
yeah.
Just like okay.
Yeah. The wall itself is probably close to 20 feet tall, and this thing is only 5 or 10 feet tall. This box in the
Okay,
gate.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna hold an action. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna like hold. No, there's no way I could actually do anything. So you know what? That's my turn.
Okay. And so it is now the Raptor's turn. The Raptor first is going to slam against the back again to see if it can break anything loose. And it doesn't seem to budge at all. Elydyr's holding it too strongly, and it just can't budge it.
I was gonna say, is it a slam dunk? But...
Oh no!
Sweet Raptor Jesus.
So that's, as far as you guys know, that's all that happens.
As far as you guys know, that's not a nice thing to say as a DM.
That's, you hear it slam against the back once, and let's get everybody to make a perception check.
Definitely regretting not killing this thing now.
I got a 15.
15.
Ah, fuck.
6,
fuck.
8. Elidyr? Okay, so
Wow.
Myrtle being right on top, right near the front, you can hear the claws scraping across the bottom of this metal cage, and you can hear that it sounds like it's gone into the enclosure.
Sounds like, or like it actually sounds like?
It, as far as you, that's what it sounds like to you.
That's
It's
fair. Okay.
to you, it sounds like that's what's happened.
I think you went in, guys.
Okay. Grimdor?
Guys, is anyone there?
Did it eat you?
Are you okay? Okay. Hearing Myrtle say went in. I'm gonna go and pick up this dude and like maybe just move him back away from the crate.
Okay. Yep.
He's asleep because he got knocked out, or why is he asleep again?
Why is he asleep?
Yeah, he's pretty much
What?
asleep from a spell I cast. Yeah,
Oh, I missed that.
he'll be asleep for another
He tried to knock out the Velociraptor.
4
but it
rounds,
didn't work
I
out.
think.
Yeah.
Another
Okay,
4 rounds.
Then maybe I'll move him back to like there, and assuming that'll be my turn, I'm going to say, and take care of the other one on the other side. And
Okay.
that's all I'm going to do, I guess.
Okay.
You gotta close that gate.
And then Nug, it's your turn, and the Warden's up next.
All right. All right. Well, I'm just gonna respect that, and I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna do some little lay on hands on this guy.
Yeah, don't worry, Elydyr's got a hold of the
Oh, yeah.
of the
Yeah,
Oh,
cage,
perfect.
so yeah, you're fine. Yep, lay on hands, perfect.
Can the warden see inside of the cage from her standpoint up by the, like, where she activated the gate?
You don't know.
Okay, that's fair. But does it look like she's standing at the top of the wall? Because you said
She's
you
She's,
on-
couldn't
move
see-
back.
she's standing on top of the wall. You don't know what she can see from that vantage
Oh,
point.
okay, but like you could make the assumption that she probably could see inside of the better than we could.
If there's a way to see through the top, it might be a...
Right, I forgot you said there was a roof. Okay.
Well,
never
yeah,
mind.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think that's it. That is all I will do.
Okay, how many points of healing did you give him?
2.
2? Okay. He is marginally better. He is not... his legs still look pretty rough, but they're not gushing blood anymore. They're just
He'll
bleeding.
never walk again, but he won't die.
Perfect.
Okay, and it is the Warden's turn, and she is going to release the gate. Yep, she's going to release the gate. And she'll shout out, "We still need to lock it somehow."
Wait, what?
Because you'll remember before that the Raptors were attacking that gate, and they were able to do some damage to it.
Did you see it go in?
It's in! It's in! We need to lock the gate!
I can do that.
Okay. What is Sven's turn right now? And Elidyr, you'll
I'm
be
still a-
next.
I'm still a frog.
You're still a frog.
It looks like they seem to have things under control. From what I can see, it is not.
Yes, except you know that the gate still needs to be locked somehow, and now there's a crate kind of wedged in front.
Also, I'm entirely suspicious of Velociraptors, even though Myrtle might not be.
Okay. So I'm just trying to think of what I could actually even fucking do here. Because
I've got the
from
lock.
my understanding, it's just you've got the lock.
Yeah.
It needs to go down by where the
But
woman,
Myrtle
the
can't.
trainer
Myrtle
is.
can't get to the lock at this point. So the gate has been
Well,
dropped
none
from
of
up
us can.
above.
Yeah.
Exactly, because now this crate is wedged in place, blocking off. So you would have to either remove the crate again or get inside of it through one of the walls or something like that.
Do we want this Velociraptor to live?
Yes.
I'm going to yell
Yes.
that.
Yes.
You can
Is-
ask one
okay.
person that by telekinesis. You'll have to pick who you're
Right.
asking.
Oh
that
yeah.
to.
Yeah. Okay. No. Is the other gate opened for this raptor to go into the cage?
There is no other
To
gate.
the,
Like,
the other, no,
this
no,
isn't
like
a gate.
in,
I don't
in
know
here,
what this is.
in here.
Yeah.
Can a raptor get through this to go into this one with its friends?
It's in, as far as you know, it's in there now. Myrtle shouted out that she thinks it's in there, and the warden has now closed the gate, saying she has said it is in.
It just needs to be locked.
Okay.
The gate
So
just
it's-
needs to be
okay,
locked.
Okay, so it is in there.
Yeah. Questionably.
You know what?
As far
Question,
as
okay.
Myrtle
As
and
far as
the
we
warden
know.
has said, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to jump up on top again, and just do the same thing. I'm going to hold my my bite action just in case something seems to come out the sides and try and escape. That's all I
Okay.
can really do at the moment. No.
Nope, that's good. Elidyr.
Yes. I will continue to wrestlingly strong muscle my way into the box.
Okay, you want to
That's
try to
what he
get
said.
into the box?
No, I'm trying to push the box. Oh wait, no. Are we trying to get the box out? I'm so confused.
Well, you're trying to get at the gate at this point in order to lock it. The lock has been damaged.
I think we haven't actually like established that plan yet, though. I haven't actually gotten the chance to get down and be like, I can't touch the fucking lock until you guys move this goddamn box.
I will try holding the box in place then.
Okay, make a strength or athletics check.
You're so strong.
Oh, so
Yeah.
strong.
You give it even more muscle than you did last time. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, biceps rippling. Just
You've got
you're
so
giving it
many
all your all,
veins
yeah.
popping everywhere.
Yeah. Pop, pop.
Oh yeah.
Pop, pop,
Pop, pop.
pop, pop.
All right, it is now the workers' turn. These two are gonna kind of run over and check on their friend and see if he's okay. And this guy is still asleep for another couple more rounds. Myrtle, your turn.
Okay, so like I want to jump down the side of the thing and take a look and see if there's any way that like if there's any kind of, I know there isn't, but like any kind of gap in there where I could like reach my hand in to be able to with my dagger touch the lock.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. That is a 20.
A 20. Wow, you're rolling well tonight.
Okay, well that was like a 17, but like
No,
plus
that's
3.
still that's
I
still
know,
a good
right?
roll.
I'm actually doing really
For
well.
you, that's a good roll. And so I would say, yeah, with that, you're able to see you guys slammed it so hard, all of you together. It kind of cracked some of the walls in some of the spots around the edge.
Okay.
That's why it's so wedged in. And your hands are pretty small. You could probably reach your arm in between there if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
With my dagger, which
Yeah.
gives me extra reach. Okay, so like I want to try to like reach in with my dagger to try and bend the block.
Okay. So as you reach in, what's your AC?
My AC is 15.
Okay,
Plus,
so
also I have blur on myself, so any attacks made against me have disadvantage.
okay, so as you kind of stick your arm in, you feel like a bite come out, and it doesn't get your arm, but it's gnashing at like through the little gaps in the gate there.
Okay, so that assuming that would be coming from in the pen and not in the zoo area.
Yeah, from in the pen, like in the far
In the, like,
side.
the little-
Yeah.
Like the box.
Yeah. And then a couple of claws start to come at you as well. But
snap.
with blur, nothing
Thank
seems
God.
to be hitting you. Yeah, thank God. But yeah, no, there was a bunch of slashes and gnashes,
Okay.
biting and chomping, but none of them are able to make contact with your hands.
Guys, the fucker's still in the box!
No, you get like that it's in the pen, not in the box.
Oh, it's it. Okay, so like the okay.
Like they're
Sorry, I thought we established
they're
that.
reaching through the little bits of the gate, trying to get at you.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was just like okay. So I wasn't able to bend the lock then.
Oh no, go ahead. They were just doing this. They were holding an action until.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I want to bend the lock then.
Okay, perfect. So you're able to use your dagger to mend the lock, and it's locked. And you guys are out of turn order, out of initiative now.
I did the thing.
You got the raptors into the pen with none of them getting out and without killing
And
any
they're
of
all
them.
still alive.
And no one died.
Animals shouldn't be in cages.
I mean, to be fair, if
Well,
they
they're
were
not
teenagers,
animals.
we'd all be dead.
They're also not animals, so there's
Yeah,
that.
I mean, really,
True.
in essence, these animals should not be anywhere in this vicinity. I'm assuming they should probably be
No.
out in the wild somewhere where they can kill somebody else. But like, really, in this like situation, it's better that they ended up in the cage because otherwise we'd have to kill them or die.
And the warden hops down. She gets halfway down the ladder and she hops down and rushes over to her worker that's on the ground there. And is there any of you? You've been such help. Can you help this man?
I'm gonna bring the dude on my shoulder.
Sleepy
Drop
guy.
him- Yeah, sleepy guy. Bring him over here.
Sleepy guy's
I'm
probably
going-
awake now.
Yeah, at this point he would start to wake up. He would start to come to. Is it?
I'm going to,
Where's the raptor?
Revert from my toad form into my human form, and
Okay.
cast healing word on whoever needs it from.
Yeah, the guy with the bloody stump. The warden is in a bad way herself, but she doesn't seem concerned with her own arms. Although you can see that, like the meat on her arms is just hanging off. They've taken
Don't
a real.
worry.
I
Yeah.
can
You get
heal
a healing
her.
word, and you get a healing word, and you get a healing word. Everyone gets a healing word.
I didn't know Oprah was in the party.
Yes,
Okay.
it's for Oprah.
Doug looks under his chair.
Oh wow!
So you guys
I
are
will
able
heal
to heal them up. The guy on the ground, he's healed, but he's not going to be walking the same even after that healing. There's some permanent damage that was done there.
Hey.
Enough chunks were taken out of his feet and his legs and his calves that, yeah, he's fine now, but there's some permanent damage that's going to have happened there.
I'll walk over to the gatekeeper and say, maybe you should have told us what was in the fucking cage. And I'll healing word her one more time.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't think they should be here either. But
It didn't seem very friendly.
Well, they're here
They're-
now. Just hope that
I thought they were
don't get
super
out
friendly.
again.
They're just very sharp.
Just hope they don't get out again while we're not here.
they don't belong in a city like
Who
this.
brought them here?
Well, I did, but
But like, I mean, like, who told you to bring them here? Because clearly you're not on board with this thing.
it's somebody on the council. I don't know. I just get my orders. Somebody on the King's Council would know. Someone below him. I don't. I'm just told to do it.
So you don't know, like, any names or any names that rhyme with names that maybe you don't want to say the real names out loud, but, like, you could say something that rhymes with them because you're not actually
Listen.
saying the name.
Listen, I'm gonna be in enough trouble as it is with this. I can.
Considering who just saved your fucking life, I feel like you probably owe us a little bit of information.
That's aggressive.
I can tell you. I can tell you where to find the park administrator. He's I guess the one that you would need to talk to. His name is
Okay.
his name is Bertrand, just like the king, actually.
Bertrand or Bertrand?
Bertrand, Bertrand.
Okay. Park administrator, got it.
His office isn't too far from here. I guess he's the one to talk to. But thank you all for the help. And if they had gotten loose in this city after what
You
happened
would have all
yesterday,
died. Like a dreadfully bloody death. Everybody would have just been like disemboweled.
well, someone from the assembly would have certainly come down. But
You mean to
Thank you.
clean
From
up
what
the
I-
bloody
what
meat
I-
tiles?
Yeah, from what I've seen of the city, people don't really have any interest in saving the people that make less money than them. So,
well, I don't know. That's not my job. She's
and that's what everybody says.
yeah, it is. So she and one of the guys that was fine kind of help up the one that's pretty damaged and start to walk off with him, and leaving the sleepy guy and who's come to at this point, and the one that was helping Nug push. They're going to stick around to keep an eye on things while the warden and the other one get the really hurt guy off to somewhere to get some assistance.
Shall we be
Who
off
wants to
then?
go shopping?
Nug,
And now
friend.
it's time to go shopping.
Makeover, makeover, makeover,
Nug,
makeover,
my
makeover.
friend, your strength, it is admirable.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
What did you expect, bonding?
And with that, that's
Big
where
ol'
we're
hug.
going to. That's where we're going to end it tonight, and we can go shopping next week.
I want to go shopping today. Fucking raptors.
No, you
Well
got
done,
a chance to
guys.
fight.
We got
And
Jurassic.
Well
you did
done,
it.
guys.
Wait,
You
well, we
got
didn't
Jurassic
fight.
Park. You were able
Did you watch
to.
Jurassic Park something randomly? Like, were you just like watching Jurassic Park?
No,
feel
I
like
wanted to.
Just took advantage of the zoo.
Hey guys,
thing.
before we get carried away, let's shut down the stream. Can everybody say goodnight?
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thanks again for coming to take a listen to Dungeons, Dragons, and Dice. Oh my god.
Bye.